Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash now consolidating. I did have, you will remember that from the previous video, I had a micro wave 4 here with one more tiny high to come in a third wave until I think yesterday. But the length of this sideways action made me now to reconsider here the wave structure, and I've taken that out. I now assume that we're already in circle wave 4. And we might be here in either a bit of a triangle or an ABC structure, which is likely not yet complete. So, however, it still would suggest one more high is here to come, even though we broke the trend line. Condition would be that it needs to hold the $182 level to have another chance higher. But it also shows you that quite a bit of a drop could occur. Okay, but I don't necessarily think it will go down to the 50% fib level if we get one more high. Typical targets would be here $250, $210. Yeah, below that it would be quite a deep wave 4. Also looking at the proportions of that move, if you consider this here a small wave 1 down there around the 10th of June, yeah, this wave 4 would just go far too deep to make that a likely one. So looking at this, I'm looking at more of a retracement most likely. Yeah, okay. I mean, as long as this Sunday low is holding, it can push higher, but I have no strong evidence it is pushing higher at this stage. It is still a fairly shallow retracement. There is another way of counting this. I'm going to show you that. Let me take a look at which one is more likely. But this is sort of what I would go with at the moment. To keep it safe, I'd say as long as we're holding 182, it can push higher in a fifth wave. Below that level, I only have a 3-wave top. And it would likely just be here a C wave, which will break down again. As long as it's holding, we can give it the benefit of the doubt. Now, if it makes one more high, then it would still only be a larger third wave. It would still need to do another fourth and another fifth wave to indicate that we are here in a long-term uptrend, that we get, you know, that we push higher. Because at the moment, this is simply, in my opinion, an ABC structure of a wave 4, which can still make another low afterwards, unless price can give us a fourth wave and a fifth wave afterwards, because then we have a 5-wave move up in contrast to just an ABC structure. I'm skeptical about a sustained breakout, but we'll see. I mean, all the, let's call them the classic coins, are currently waking up a little bit, but at the moment, I'm highly skeptical. This also moved up too fast, too far in order to be sustainable. Now, looking at this structure here a little bit closer, I mean, I gave you the retracements, the relevant support areas for this. This could, for example, turn into an Elliott Wave triangle. How do these, let me think, is it likely that it's a triangle? Well, yeah, it can be. I mean, if you get a triangle, price might not even come down into the support area. That literally depends on this support at 267. If that breaks, it's not a triangle. But until then, we could argue maybe an A wave here, a B wave in a triangle. This could be a C wave, then a lower high in a D wave and an E wave. But we don't have enough waves at this stage to consider a triangle really likely. Just showing you here some options. But I think in the most typical, most typically you would expect here a standard A wave. B wave may be already complete and we're now heading down in a C wave, and then I would pay attention to the $249 level next. And obviously micro support is here, 267. But at the moment there is no strong indication that the overall local uptrend here is over. There is another way of counting this. And that count would be if I move this wave 1 here up here, wave 2, so it just needs a bit of a change in structure, because that changes here support levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, yeah, 4, 5 to this swing high. Let me think. Yeah, and then this would be a third. This would be a fourth. So the fourth wave is already in. Yeah, and then 3, let me just, don't want to tell you something. No, I think I had it here. We've got the wave 5 here. So I just move it around a little bit just to explain to you my view and an alternative, give you an alternative viewpoint here. Now, that would also suggest one more high is to come, because then I could place another 1-2 setup here. Leading diagonal, wave 1, 2. Wave 3, 4, and it should already be moving up. So that tells you there is a potential. It's already on the move up, but I would personally not really, I mean, from a reward to risk point of view, I mean, there isn't much more in there, I guess, looking at this in this fifth wave of a fifth, because we're getting towards the end of it. So there would literally just be one more high here, I guess, as per this wave count anyway. It is, of course, a valid interpretation, but it would need to, so I'm going to tell you which level needs to hold in this scenario. Well, 269. So honestly, this last swing low needs to hold. I mean, if anybody wanted to trade this, you could attempt a speculative long position here with the stop below the wave 4 here. But is it really good reward to risk? I'm not sure. I mean, you need to decide that for yourself. If you believe this is going to go much longer, I don't. I think we are getting here towards the end of it, or at least need the retracement into this area. Now, I don't like this count that much. I don't like what happened down here. It's a very long wave 1, therefore I don't like this view. Okay, so it's the other way. The other one is for me a little bit more likely. And I think we go a little lower here. That's my assumption, but you know, it has a chance, and I will use this wave count if it escalates higher directly and breaks above the 327 swing high, then I have to go with this count. But in the other wave count, I would, let me just change it back, I would expect price to go a little lower in this wave 4. Yeah, this would be a bit too weak, unless it's going to be a triangle which should extend more sideways, then we can still change it. But at the moment, this is a little bit too shallow for me for this circle wave 4. But in both scenarios, I would still think one more high is likely. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin Cash. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.